Hey everybody, my name is Justin Cristenziano. Today I'm going to be talking about the Iranian earthquake of 2003. So yeah, let's get right into it. So the earthquake occurred in an Iranian town called Bam. It's located in the Lut Desert, which is kind of southwestern Iran. As you can see down here, the fault actually kind of ran directly through Bam. Unfortunately, that caused quite a bit of a disaster. Um, so It's actually the first destructive earthquake since 1751. They have had, quite a few, minor ones, but they were definitely unprepared for this sort of thing to happen. The main shock occurred December 26th, 2003, the day after Christmas. Definitely not a fun time. Um, so there was a ground surface rupture of a strike slip. And again, like I said, that kind of happened right through there, right through BAM. Um, Thankfully, it didn't reach the surface too much, um, but it still, caused a lot of destruction, as we will talk about later. The slip speed was 2 meters per second, which is, pretty hefty for an earthquake, and it was recorded a magnitude of 6.6. So again, nothing too crazy as it goes for earthquakes, but it was definitely destructive due to, factors that we'll talk about in a little bit. So it was the most deaths from an Iranian earthquake actually since uh, post 1900. So, or sorry, not since, but post 1900. Um, Sadly, a lot of people lost their lives. Around it's been estimated 30 to 50,000, but from this source it was 31.8 to 43,000. And then more than 230,000 people were affected, whether it was, their homes were destroyed or they were displaced. So completely destroyed the historical area of BAM. And again, it's something that you can't replace. And then emergency first responders were pretty much non-existent at the time because, as I was talking about earlier, buildings were destroyed. So unfortunately, first responders weren't available. Um, and yeah, sadly, it completely destroyed many, many lives. Did not mean to skip that, but um, so the actual impact area-wise, so 11 surrounding villages, and then Bam, of course, and then town, a surrounding town, Baravat, I think that's how you say that. Um, so nearly 90% of the buildings in Bam were pretty much completely destroyed, and the other 10% was, you know, kind of half remaining. So it was a lot of money in building costs to rebuild these structures. It was roughly 100, well, $131 million was raised. I believe it was like over $300 million in damage. It was pretty catastrophic. Um, so some more information, just, not thinking really so much about the actual area, but there was a huge psychological change in BAM's population. So, people were really concerned about earthquakes after this. They were questioning, just how safe they were. The water distribution system was destroyed. Reconstruction of the town took, 3 to 5 years. So it was quite a long time. Um, this was something that I found pretty interesting. So, roughly $16,000 was available in loans per person. But a lot of people didn't take that because they were scared they weren't going to be able to pay that money back. So sadly, a lot of lives were just ruined permanently. Um, but yeah, so they stopped using mud brick, which is uh, was kind of the common building material in the town, and obviously that did not stand too well against the earthquake. So, this was one of those uh, very unfortunate times where they weren't quite prepared for an earthquake of this magnitude, and it showed with their emergency response system, along with really just the building structures weren't up to code to begin with. So, and then that's all I've got. I really hope you enjoyed the presentation. These are my works cited, just in case you want to check anything out and learn a bit more about um, the destructive earthquake of BAM. Thank you for watching.